result and performance, Steve?
I think it's a lot of the same. You know, 2-18 the 18s, we control the game. We go 1-0 up. We've had 18 shots and hit the target 3 times. So that tells you it's the same story. You know, you're getting into good areas. People have to really want to score. It's not just the strikers. You know, we've 11 set plays that we rarely make first contact on. And when we do, we don't react to second phases. So it's having that desire and that ability to want to go and score goals. And at the other end, you know, they have, I think, one shot on goal, they score. Second shot on goal, they score. And we're not in a position where we're doing that at this moment in time. And if you don't take chances, you're always liable to counter-attacks. You open yourself up, and it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. The results aren't acceptable. We've not got a point since we got to the final. So, you know, subconsciously, are people's eyes on that game? And they shouldn't be, because they're not guaranteed that they're going to play in it. I can assure you of that. But as a group, all of us, it has to be better.
Is this a frustrating period for yourselves then? Just as you said there, you're trying to find where these goals can come from, try and get the players in the right position.
Yeah, well, we get into the right position often enough, but you know the stats tell you that we're, you know, if you get 18 shots, you're in the right position. If you're having shots, you know, you put that amount of crosses in, you have that amount of possession. We're in the right position. We just have to have the desire to go and get a hit. You know, you have to sometimes get hurt to score goals. You have to be willing to sacrifice to make a run for other people to score goals. And I have to take the blame on that as well, because we take training every day, we work on it, and that message isn't getting through, because it's vitally important. I've made it clear. I've pussyfooted around a little bit, because how society is now, you can't shout at people and you can't tell them the truth, or you know, you lose them. But I told them in no uncertain terms today, we're in a relegation battle. It's as simple as that. And you know, the success of the last 3.5 years, that doesn't matter. We need to find ways to score goals, more goals. You can't have all that possession and dominate 18-18 and then go 1-0 down. You know, we have to find as a group, as a team, and we will. But we're working ever so hard to do that, and at this moment in time, it's not going our way.
Who's Declan John?
It looks like he's hurt his hamstring. He's felt over the far side, which is a huge blow to his. I mean, I thought Scott Tanser come on done very well, actually. You know, delivered more and more balls into the box. But yeah, Dickie's been arguably our best player in recent weeks, so it's a huge blow.
Did that feel quite uncharacteristic, the performance? Because there's been so many performances recently where you've been really unfortunate not to take something from the game.
Yeah, as I said, the performance 18-18 was fine. 63% possession and 18 shots, 11 corners away from home. Tells you that you had large domination of the game in certain areas, by the way, in certain areas I may add. But when it comes to the crunch, it's doesn't really matter what you do there. It matters what you do in both boxes. And it's continually over this period, we've not managed both boxes as well as we can. So that's my fault. I'm in total control, in charge of that. Players that have had opportunities maybe haven't taken them, or if they haven't had opportunities, they don't deserve to, which says a little bit more about them, that they're not getting them opportunities. So I've got 4 or 5 boys in that dressing room that will run through brick walls. We need everybody else to step up now.
Is that a confidence thing, Stephen, for the players? Is that taking a dent, do you think?
In terms of play, no. I think you can see that. There doesn't seem to be a lack of confidence. Of course, when you aren't winning games, you get a little bit anxious. People snatch at opportunities. You lose a goal within 2 minutes of scoring. Of course, that affects confidence, yeah, 100%. But you can't continually put an arm around everybody, which we've done over this 6-7 game period. You know, sometimes you need to know the truth, and the truth is that we need to fight for our lives. And I don't see that we're doing that as a group, me included, that we're getting across people to score goals, we're putting our body on the line to stop goals, and that's something we have to find in the coming games and coming weeks.
You said there, now is the time to tell the truth. Is that why you're coming out and saying to the team now, it's a relegation battle? Is it time to kind of just make that clear?
Of course it is. If if you're down the bottom of the table, it's a relegation battle. That can change, of course. You look at Hibs last year, but to change that, you need to win games, you need to score goals, you need to stop conceding goals. So the basics of football. But right now, with a look at the table, we're in a relegation scrap, of course. Arguably where we should be, but we've proved we've got the ability not to be in that scrap, and it's now time to stand up. It's time to stand up. Me counted staff, me players, and we have to do that over the common games, because people thinking they'll play in the cup final with results like we've got, there's no guarantee of anything. Okay, cheers, mate.
Thanks very much.